Hello, everybody. My name is James. I'll just leave it at that. I have some things to tell you. I have my own agendas. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people aren't going to like this, but this is going to be the only real information that you ever get on the internet. So, this concerns the reality that we live in and the way things work, and the information that is hidden and guarded so closely. There's a reason why it's guarded so closely. Because nothing is real and everything is flipped. And the people that are running this world are dark entities that have enslaved the proper rulers of this world. The main problem here is socio-economic filtering. From the time you are born, from the time you get your booster shots, you are targeted. They'll know who you are, what you are for sure. There's no speaking out loud any of this. But you will be filtered. And if you are really powerful, you're not going to make it past 5 years old. The medical professionals all have been filtered to these high positions where the bodies are kept and where the death certificates are printed, to the sheriff's departments. Now, when you go in for any type of blood work, they are running genetic profiles on you. And if certain genes are coming up, you will be targeted, you will be killed. It is illegal to have these genes. They have demonized it through mistellings in the Bible. They say it's basically a gene where you feel love, right? Because these things don't feel anything at all. They're like an algorithm that's constantly just trying to better itself and win. So through your love, they'll say like Cain killed Abel or whatever. They say you can't handle it. But really, that emotion only comes by thinking these things are real. Once you know they're not real, there's no emotion attached to it anymore. It's a great way to get yourself in check. But anyway, these things that are working in the hospitals, there are ones and there are fives. There might be more than that. This is what I know a lot, but there's things I don't know. Guarantee that. The fives, I call them ducks. You think of a duck, it flies in the shape of a V. Everything corresponds. And they are very proud with their symbolism and their correspondences. They will literally shift and a bill will come out of their face when it shifts. Their lips will get huge, big, huge mouths, do like the Canadians in South Park. Usually when they're bloodlusting is when they can't hold their form the most. They don't come in on Sundays, wherever they're because they're logging in on a system somewhere. They call it the tree of life. That is why they call it logging in. And they don't, on Sundays, they're on autopilot. Like, Sundays is a great day to get something done. But anyway, all the children that are coming up missing, it's because they have this gene. And it doesn't matter. There's nothing anyone can do about it because everyone in power is in on it. Not dressing right. They'll call you a dog because you're a backwards god, because you're backwards, man. Literally, if you did things the right way, you're a god. You know, you don't, and you're still trapped. You're still in prison. You're in chains. You know, because if you have anything, they're surrounding you. They're so slick with it. They have hand signs. They call it cocaine. Like Cain, cocaine, get it? The cocaine mummies in Egypt, these were the real pharaohs. They also call it cocaine because they get high off it. It's a drug to them. What you got to understand that these things are literally just black holes. They have no light in them. So they must do this. stay alive or their hearts will stop. I'm pretty sure. It causes their nervous system to function properly, makes them calm, makes them play instruments better. But they love this cocaine. That's what it's all about. You've been gang stalked, watch for the signs. Wiping their nose, cocaine. They'll blow their nose because they're pulling in. They feed through their skin, a lot of them. They wipe down their mouth, that means they're feeding. They go back, that means forward. All hand signs. They point their finger, just like the Sistine Chapel when God was pointing his finger at Adam and Adam's reaching out for God. That is what they think of you. But this is enemy spotted, basic army infantry. And that is what they do when they spot you. And they will point their fingers all the time. They never say anything out loud, ever. So, like, it's a war. Like, they declared war on humanity a long time ago. Things are a lot worse. Like, this darkness gets through, you know, and people try to clean it up. That's another thing. There's big cleanup teams that go around. And they don't talk about it either, because literally you talk about it, you bring the darkness, like, comes into you. Like, it's good to not talk about it, I guess. If you're real, you have to be very careful what you say. They don't have to knock on wood. Like, if you're real, wood is it is like a showboating thing you could do. Like, they'll watch you like around wood and they will be jealous because they can't use wood. They have stone. Like, in ancient days, they were literally just brought in through like magic by these pharaohs to chop stones for the pyramids. And they ended up just stoning the pharaohs, dude. And then they took over and they changed everything. They changed the verbs. They changed everything. Your orientations of up and down, in and out. They changed everything. They hid everything, all the information. It's the only thing enslaving anybody is this hidden information. The thing about it is dualism is another thing they're hiding. White and black, everything that's dual. That's the only way to get any type of reaction to occur. Is you have to learn dualism. And I'll help you as much as I can, but you're going to have to figure out dualism for yourself. But with me, it's the different sides of my body going positive and negative. One side is positive, one side is negative. I'll give you that much. That was a big one for me. If I would have known that a long time ago, I would have been free a long time ago. But these things they don't see like we see. They get an impression, an energetic impression. So they're literally putting out a signal, and they're getting the signal back from you because you are expanding, right? It's like sonar. So you have to be able to hide that signature. Like, that is the only way you're going to get through life, is to hide that signature. You have to learn how to pull in. Every color aura has a different color code that goes with it. So depending on what color your aura is how you got to dress. There's no one that can dress you. But go watch the wind when you dress. Make sure that you're pulling in and up. Stay out of the hospitals. If you are real, if you don't understand anything, and everything's crazy and people are following you around, stay the hell away from the damn hospitals. Pay more attention. You got to do everything very carefully. Every movement you make has to be done very carefully. You need to study the people that are around you and watch how they're doing things. Because the way that they are doing things is the way that you need to do things to hide yourself. Because they are not seeing it the way you're seeing it. They're getting an impression. You're leaving them an impression. And if you give them the wrong impression, they're going to get at your ass and they're going to drag you. That is, if there's any real people left. Everything's so secretive. It's so secretive. And people are scared to talk about it. But like I said, there's a couple ways to get power. Either you're born with it, or you have to kill to get it. It's Isaac Newton. It's every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So taking a life brings force, energy into you. Or you could literally just be part of this, and electric fields will give you power. You would take on energy from everything. And this is the gene that they stomp out. If you were like that, the odds of you making it past 5 years old are slim to none. I don't know if anyone would make it. I do know that there's ways to hide the gene. And I do know there might be other people that were hidden, maybe. Like, the odds are there might be maybe one more. I don't know, somewhere. I don't know. I think about the odds of mine, and I know it's astronomical. But maybe somebody will have a gene mutation or something and make it to adulthood. But anyway, this isn't for that. This is literally just to have some truth out there. This is literally just about light dominating the darkness a little bit, so I can get a foothold and get some wiggle room. So I was talking about the ones. You have Air Force One is what scares me the most. The president flies Air Force One. Like, they're all one. And it's just this darkness, because the darkness is just one. We talked about the fives a little bit. These are the ones. These people are just logged in. They're not logged in, they're plugged in. Like, they're not even real. Like, they will go, but they know about the fives and they're programmed not to say anything. They will never talk. Nobody ever speaks. So, Jesus, dude, it's very satanic what they're doing. Because as I mentioned, they were really eating people with this gene. And they're doing all their cleansing of darkness with it, but nobody's ever using it that has it. They're people outside of that person are using it. And that's the way it's always been. So basically, there's no gods are enslaved here. If you are a god, you're enslaved. And they've been doing it since Atlantis. Since they wiped all the information. Like, there's a lot more to it, and it's a lot worse than that. But I want to get into the firmament. There is a firmament, and it's like a fence, a chain link fence. On its side, it's like diamonds. And the very top one is the Eye of Providence. And that's why it's such a powerful symbol. And there are other symbols there too, but to get to see the firmament, to even write these symbols down, like, you gotta literally, like, be one with it and be, like, in tune with everything and be light. Like, you can't be on drugs when you do it or anything. The only way that it could be seen when I saw it was the Canadian forest fires. Like, the smoke in the air brought it out a little bit. And I noticed it was rotating like a puzzle box. And it's, when you see it, you realize, like, you're literally stuck in here and nobody's ever been to space. There's no way anyone's passed that thing ever. In a physical body. I don't even know if light can get past it without being in a certain sequence. rotates. Anyway, yeah, it is a war, and if anyone else has made this, I don't know. Like, I know probably the Illuminati is probably looking down on me for making these videos, and I mean, we have a whole different agenda. So I have my own agenda. They have their agendas. But this is my effort to win. And I'll be posting more videos shortly. Thank you.